Right, looks full to me. Nice and solid, that cap, I like it. Right, what I do now is see how quickly it registers that I've got fuel in it, because some bikes I've noticed take a while to register. Look, it's instantly. Just turn it on and it's instantly showing full now. Excellent. Right, we're neutral. Right, let's see what range the little bike is going to give me. So, looking down at the fuel range that I've now got set up on here, it's saying 186 miles out of the tank. So, okay, so the fuel economy may not be quite as good as I thought, but 186 miles out of the tank full, if that's true, that's a pretty useful range. Another little practical thing I like to do on these long-term tests is just check what the bike is like to lug around in car parks and so on. I'm not anticipating any issue at all with this bike because it's a lightweight little thing. But let's just stick it here and see what it's like to manhandle around. Alright, there she goes. Alright, so yeah, it's something like 148 kilograms dry, so it's not a light bike. There's no grab handles, or sorry, it is a very light bike. There are no grab handles at the back, but there is a bit of frame there you can get hold of. But this is all pretty substantial feeling, so it's no issue just to lift the bike up with that. And then if you want to move it around, it's got an excellent turning circle on this. Full lock. And there we go, look, just within a parking space, I'm basically getting it around to 90 degrees. There we go, and then that's pretty impressive. A standard UK parking space, which is not wide, you can actually turn the thing around in 2 points. And it is, as I expected, very, very light to move around, not an issue at all. On my gravel driveway, it's absolutely fine. Car park's no problem. If you're a small or light person, a bit wimpy, you ain't going to have a problem with the 390 Jeep in terms of moving it around. I say manhandling, it could be woman handling as well, of course. All that stuff's all very well, but what's it actually like to own the bike in terms of cost? How much is this thing going to actually cost if you want to own and run the thing? Well, I've done a little bit of research looking at the things that you can get cost for, and this is what I found. So, the first thing, road tax. This being sub 600cc, that means this one's going to cost you £41 per annum. So, what's that, about £3 a month, something like that. Not a great deal of money. So that's excellent. Servicing on this, it's at 600 miles for its first service, after the running in period, which is pretty standard on all bikes. And then it's servicing every 6,000 miles. Now, of course, cost varies for servicing depending on the labour charges that your dealer actually charges. But talking to KTM, they anticipate that around £200 for a dealer servicing the bike. Of course, one of the major costs of running any motorcycle is, of course, insurance. So this time in this review, I've actually gone to my friends at Principal Insurance and got them to do a quote for me if I were to ride this bike. So, of course, it's only indicative. It's only correct at the time that I got the quote, and it only applies to somebody like me. I'm late 40s. Keep the bike in a garage in a relatively nice area, etc. So you have to scale this up or down depending on what you like, where you live and so on, what your risk profile is. But Principal has said to me, if I wanted to insure this bike, it would cost me £116.06 per year. That's with a £250 excess, and based on my, I think, 6 years no claim bonus. So £116 to insure it over the year. Again, what's that? Less than a tenner a month. So pretty cheap to run in that respect. Yeah. Let's take a look at the lighting on the Jeep 390, shall we? One of its features that I've talked about before that I really love is the fact they've put the modern day light, the same light that they have on the 690 and the big 1290 Super Jeep. Let's just have a look at that now, see what it's like during the day. Right, so here we go, here is the light. It looks amazing, I think. It's got a sort of waspy look about it. And this is in its normal sort of daytime running mode, if you like, or dip beam. We put it on full. A simple switch.
Awake! Awake! Thank you.
That's it on full. The whole array comes alive. LED, of course, and cooled by that clever aluminium in the middle that doesn't just look good, but it's functional as well. So that's what it looks like during the day. It operates on this switch here. So you can flash it by pressing it, or you can push it forward, and then it's on full beam. So that's how it operates. real during the day. But what's she like at night? Well, with the magic of YouTube, you go to some night riding. And as if by magic, night time occurred. Because it's summer, it's not totally pitch black, but and these cameras, as always say, never show the light scheme very well. But what I have to say on this KTM is that even on dip, the light is absolutely superb. So not only does that front light look absolutely mean, but it's super functional as well. I've driven cars with much lesser lights than that. So that's it on dip at the moment. It's like a nice bit ahead. If we go to full beam, it's a night into day job. It really lights up the way ahead perfectly well. In fact, that's potentially the best lighting I've seen on a bike. I'm not exaggerating. That is really, really nice. And of course, got the amazing TFT screen lit up in night mode. And as KTM does, as all manufacturers should do, in my opinion, they light up the switch gear as well with this white lighting, or white lighting, which you don't really need on this bike because it's so simple. But what a breath of fresh air that KTM choose to do that. So riding at night then, an absolute pleasure on little KTM. Amazing light, looks brilliant, works well. Just one more time, there's dip, there's full beam. Absolutely brilliant. I'm sure the camera's not showing it as good as it is, but take it from me, that is a good headlight as far as a motorcycle goes. Great stuff.